Hey, 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 hello, HR superstar. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me, your HR biz success coach. I'm really excited about what we are about to embark upon over these next 6 weeks or even beyond. Welcome to Hire Yourself, Turn Your HR Skills into a Profitable Business. So, listen. Whether you like it or not, you are now part of a growing community of HR professionals that are just like you, looking to monetize what they know in HR and figuring out how to turn it into either a part-time business or side hustle or even replacing their full-time income or taking it beyond. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Henrietta Bianca Gant, also known as the HR lady. And I've dedicated literally my last 15 years or so of my life, or my career rather, to HR. And people try to change our names here and there. But over the last 7 years, I've really kind of gotten myself knee deep into what it looks like to turn my HR skills into a business. For the first few years of entrepreneurship, I was working from 8:30 to 4:30 in a full-time HR position while working evenings on resumes, employee manuals, and consultation and everything else for what I consider to be an HR side hustle. I knew that it could be more than just a side hustle, but to be honest, it was going faster than I expected it to. So for me, there was definitely a financial gain, but I also really just enjoyed using my HR skills outside of the four walls of my job. You see, I really loved HR, but my soul was yearning for more. It was like I knew that I could do more with what I know and who I was created to be. And I knew that just God called me to be just more, right? My job was great. Everyone loved me. I was making great money, again, working for good old government. And even with all of that, I just knew that there was more. So after countless months of crying on my way to and from work, literally, my husband sat me down and he's like, and babe, we need to have a talk. So you all know when somebody says that, right, what happens? He's like, babe, it's time for you to build your business full time. Literally, it was that encouraging word from him that allowed me to kind of jump off the cliff to do what I knew what I was supposed to do. So if you're frustrated that your gifts are not being maximized, this course is for you. Because I must admit, even with my husband's support, I thought, how in the world will I do this with 3 kids at the time? And now we have a total of 5, by the way. What if I can't earn the same amount of money, right? I need to contribute to the household. I was thinking about, what if I fail? Like, what if I have to go back to work? That was like the worst thing. What if I go back to my supervisor and say, can you hire me back? With every excuse that I kept thinking about, there was this internal motivation that just kept pressing. What if God called me to do this? What if this is part of my life's work? What if this does work? What's the worst that could really happen? Right? So I just started shifting my thoughts on that process. So here we are, 4 years later. I'll share more of my story with you throughout these 6 weeks. When I took the leap away from my good old government job, and I am enjoying every minute of it. But don't get it twisted. I've made enough mistakes for all of us. So as we get to know each other a little bit more, I'm hoping to share some triumphs. I'm hoping to share some pitfalls with you so you could better be prepared in turning your HR business into something that's profitable, that's worthwhile, that you can be proud of, that's an environment that you can create, just so no one else can put a cap on your creativity or your income again. So if that sounds like you are in the right place at the right time. And I look forward to working with you over these next 6 weeks. Now let's dive into a little bit of how we're going to work together. Okay. First of all, you should know that I am a teacher at heart. Okay. So my goal is for you to get everything that you need. Okay. If you came hungry, you're going to get fed. But if you leave this program still hungry, I'm really going to charge you to step outside the box and make sure that you pull everything that's in me out so you can get what you need. Okay. So we're together for approximately 6 weeks. I always say approximately 6 weeks because this is about my third, fourth time doing this cohort, and I just keep learning and growing each time. And most of the students of the program, we end up being together at least maybe a week after, just to kind of go over some things and introduce them to some phenomenal people that are my network. So I always say approximately 6 weeks. Okay. So there are 9 modules that you'll be going through, okay, that will be going through together, okay, and the syllabus is going to be uploaded so that way you'll know um, which week will the modules be uploaded, right? So module 1 is already uploaded for you to go ahead and go through. So module 2 all the way through module 9 will be uploaded on a weekly basis. There might be some modules that might be uploaded 2 at a time, so just be mindful of that. I always tell people, if you have other things going on outside of just this course, just schedule accordingly, right? I don't think that you're going to need 10 plus hours a week to dedicate to this course, but you will definitely need to dedicate some time to it because there's going to be some things that only you can decide and that you have to think about. So all of the courses are in Teachable. All of them are in Teachable. So you want to make sure that you are holding on to your username and your password because I won't have it. Okay. Hold on to that so that way you can always access it. Okay. So everything is going to be loaded into Teachable, all of the courses. You can even make comments and send me messages directly within Teachable. If you don't want to do that, feel free to send an email to hello@kingdomhr.biz. That's the email address that you should use if you have any questions whatsoever about the program. Either myself or the team will make sure that we address any of your concerns right away. Okay? Most of the modules will be uploaded to Teachable on Mondays. We'll get together on live sessions and I might even do some pop-ups, so just stay tuned, right? But you want to make sure that even though we can communicate through Teachable, that you still check your emails on a frequent basis, especially on Mondays, Sunday nights, Monday mornings, right? Usually there'll be an email about the next course, about, what's happening. And again, I want to sometimes pop in, do some check-ins with you, do some pop-up Zooms, pop-up conference calls, just to make sure that everything is going well. Okay. The 9 modules, let's get into that just a little bit here. So what you can expect, again, 9 modules. You want to make sure while you're going to have some documents that you can print out and use for your own use, you really want to make sure that you have your own journal specifically dedicated to your time in this program. Okay, that's going to be super critical. I'm telling you, you're going to get so many aha moments and you're going to, trust me, you just want to have your journal. So module 1, what you can expect is that we're going to go through your part-time business versus full-time HR business. What does that really mean, right? We're going to go into your HR streams of income and your core services. So for those of you that may be wondering, well, what type of services should I offer? What type of who should I sell it to, and what should it be? I do everything. I can do everything in HR. I'm really good at this. We dig into that so deep, okay, in module 1, and then we go into some myths and some best practices, just simply about running your HR business. And then we also talk about your HR revenue goals, right? So you are in business more than likely because you love HR, but don't forget there's also some additional revenue that can be attained. Okay. Module 2, we go into some core HR biz functions. We talk about your target market. We talk about what you really need to do to replace your full-time income. When I first started on this journey, I wasn't really focused about replacing my income. I just wanted to do HR outside of work, right? face it, if you're in HR, you know someone's probably already came to you and asked you to do their resume. We also talk about naming your business. We talk about, you know, how you should register it and all different types of stuff. Okay. And then we go into your module 3, we go into financing and budgeting and pricing, you name it, we go into it and we dig deep into that. I guarantee you that's going to be a module that you want to really keep your ears to. You're going to learn a whole lot from that. Module 4, we'll be talking about running your HR business. What does it look like? What does a typical day look like? What are some workflow processes that you can begin to implement? So for those of you that are working full-time, you could still keep your full-time job and do this on a part-time basis. Or for those of you that are full-time already in business, you can go ahead and put some of these processes. Again, I am completely reducing the learning curve for you. Trust me when I tell you. Also going through some automation, some hacks, some of the technology that we use that we've known about. Then we go into module 5. We talk about prospective clients. So how do you go and start getting clients? What do you need to have in place before you even go and get a client? Most people just automatically reach out to me. How do I get new clients? How do I get new clients? And the reality is that there's some things most of the times that people end up kind of failing or getting stuck is because they weren't necessarily prepared in advance to get the additional business, to get those clients. So we go through all of that in an entire module. We talk about what you should say to your prospective clients, email templates, you name it. I mean, you're literally walking away with everything that you need. Then we talk about getting to know your HR biz clients, right? And keeping them and what that looks like. And we talk about how to manage your income. Then we talk about marketing and your sales funnel and marketing online. And then we talk about, even for those of you that are like, hey, you know what? I eventually want to build a company like you, Hanather, and I want to start hiring staff and I see myself being global. If that is you, you definitely want to stay around, because module 9 that's exactly what we'll be talking about. In addition to that, you should know that I'll be showing up live. Okay. So this is not just a self-study program. We do have those offerings, but this is where we show up live. So what you want to do is plan some time where you review the modules, right? Which is already recorded and teachable. But in addition to that, I will be showing up on certain selected Thursdays. You will get that agenda. As soon as you register, you'll get that agenda in your email. So again, and I'll be doing some additional pop-ins just to support you all. So you want to be on the lookout for that. And it's definitely going to be on Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, because I know there are some of you that are around the world. So Eastern Standard Time. All right. So that's usually during those particular times is when you can send questions that you may have in advance, and I'm able to answer them directly. I also do a brief overview of the modules, things that I think that you really need to hold on to. And then again, it's just really a great opportunity to not only pick my brain, but also to pick the brain of everybody else that has joined the program. I'm telling you, I've already seen the list of the HR professionals that are joining, and you all are going to be in a really, really great cohort this year. I'm super, super excited about that. So that's a little bit about how we're going to work together. If there's anything that I did not cover in this video or that you don't find online, I want you to send us an email at hello@kingdomhr.biz. hello@kingdomhr.biz, and we'll make sure that we get those questions answered to you. So with all of that said, I hope you are excited. I hope that you are ready. And I want you to know that you can do this. You can do this. There are some of you watching this video and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel overwhelmed already. That's a trick. Okay. That's a trick of the enemy. Don't let it fool you. You got this. So let's go ahead and buckle our seatbelts. I'm going to literally be holding your hand virtually, and we're going to get through this. I look forward to working with you. Don't forget to command your day. Talk to you soon.